Hello, I've posted this video up on YouTube to show you my approach in navigating my way around the fretboard. If you're anything like me, you might be finding it difficult to memorise where the notes are, and what you're looking for, and where they're located along the fretboard. I tried a number of different methods to memorise note locations, none of which really worked for me. But I managed to find a method that sort of works, you know, in a way that I'm comfortable with, and I'm posting this just in the chance that it might work for you too. The method I use doesn't really involve memorising all the notes. I incorporate memorising root note locations when I practice my scales, and that's the approach that I use. There are I use 3 separate tasks to achieve this. The first task is to obviously have a phrase that I memorise, and this is the phrase that I actually memorise. And what it does is I'm able to memorise the notes on each one of the frets going down, each one of the strings going down. And the phrase is this: it's called Albus Dumbledore goes crab fishing. Albus Dumbledore goes crab fishing because he always does. Now that might not make sense to you, but basically if we start on the part that I was playing just a minute ago was A minor. It was in the key of A, well, in A minor. So if we start on the 5th fret, that's A. So I've got the root note, it's A on the 5th fret, and that's Albus. Below it is D, Dumbledore. G goes C, crab. F. Notice that I've actually switched up because there's a semitone shift on the B string, so you have to you don't go straight down. You have to shift up one semitone when you actually hit the B string. So I'll go again. A, so Albus, Dumbledore. D, G goes C, crab. F. On the next fret up, fishing. And then the next one I went, Albus Dumbledore goes crab fishing. I've actually gone up a tone. I've raised the tone of my voice. And that means also that you raise the tone of the A to an A sharp. So you do the same thing again. Now I'm on the bottom string, I'm actually on A sharp. Because of standard tuning, that A sharp is also A sharp on the top, because the top and bottom strings are exactly the same. So so I've gone to the top and I'm now on A sharp. Dumbledore, D sharp, goes G sharp, crab, C sharp, and then obviously I shift again, fishing, F sharp, and then I said because he always does. So now that's the B. And because that's the B, that top one's also the B. Because E, so that's E, always, back to A and D. You could just go Albus Dumbledore again. And that pattern follows all the way up. As you move up, that's the same pattern all the way along the line. Also as well, I know that the 7th top 4 strings on the 7th is B, E, A, D, spelling bead. So it's just another memorising. It's another point that you can memorise and say, oh yeah, I know what those notes are on that particular string, because it's easy to remember. So that's the process that I use and that's the phrase that I use to identify where I am and what's below, what strings are below me, and so on. Now, the second task that I use is learning the relationship and location of notes within a scale and their relationship within that scale. It's a bit of a long subject, that one, and it needs to be put into a separate video. I'll try and post that up in the near future. It's not necessarily required in this particular video, but I mean it will enhance your it complements the information in this video, so having these two together should hopefully help you in memorizing the notes. The third task to run through is actually the scales itself and where I start on with the roots. So like I said before, I do the scales, but I only memorize where the roots are. And I have a method where it's called the shift up 7, shift down 5 method. So if I start on the A string, on the top string, the next root for this will be on the, I'll go down to the next string and I'll go up 7 frets, and that's the same note. When I'm up here, so I'll do whatever I'm doing over here, and then I can come up here and do it, and then when I go down to the next string, which will be the D string, I come down, I shift down 5. And from there, I'm back on the A string and I'm shifting up again, so I know that I've got to shift up 7 from here, so I just go up 7. So whenever I'm shifting down, I shift down 5, and whenever I'm shifting up, I shift up 7. And I just do the same shapes. And what I do is I just practice on scales, and then I'll shift up and do the same scale further up. So in reality, I suppose you can just do the first 4. If you can learn where the positions are on the first 4 strings, on the E, the A, the D and the G, that should get you a long way forward into learning where you are on the neck and moving around like that. So you obviously have other ones as well, but those 4 are probably the most important, and definitely will keep you going for quite a while. Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. I'll post that other video up explaining the relationship of notes and intervals within a scale, and that will help you understand probably a little bit further. And it does help memorizing the notes from there as well with that one. So I'll try and post that soon. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and hopefully see you soon. Bye.